2086 live reaction of the One Piece show. Let's go, boys. One thing, apparently, there's something to do with the latest chapter that has something to do with movie Red. I got a message from Moki, your salute fam, and you were saying that once you finish this to message you, and then you will explain something that's got to do with this chapter. So the only thing I can assume, right? We know Uta is canon. Uta and is related to Shanks, right? Is this chapter about Shanks? That's all I'm saying, fam. It has to be right. Movie Red is about Shanks. Uta is canon. So something in this chapter won't make sense unless I watch a movie Red. Obviously, it could be about other stuff. But there's a high probability this chapter could be Shanks related, right? We'll find out. Gotta refresh it. Today? Oh, I'm an official? Oh, my bad, fam. Official Sunday, yo. Is it out? Huh? Am I tripping? Here we go, yo. I was gonna say. Okay, let's go. If we see Shanks in this chapter. Oh, yo, God, fam. Galaxy Fist and that. Kobe. Luffy. Man, the growth of Kobe is something spectacular in it, fam. Try avoid the title, fam. Yo. Luffy, Frankie on a bicycle and that. Nami, Sanji, Usopp, Robin Brook. Hey, fam, hold on a minute. Where's Ovo? No rain, no rainbow. Hold on, where's Ovo? Jinbei? Rainbow. Remember when you used to look at rainbow dudes and you used to think of like, you know, something pretty from nowadays, man. Never mind, man, let's go. Here we go. So we're continuing where we left off. We're still not on Luffy, fam. We're still in the flashback. And so the curtains drew closed on the reverie. Not now. And so the curtains drew closed on the reverie before the news of King Cobra's murder came to light. The fallout from the reverie. So hold on a minute. Vivi does not know any. At this stage, the curtains drew closed on the reverie before the news of King Cobra's murder came to light. This is the Princess Vivi of Alabasta. They're holding pictures of her up. Has anyone seen her? You want to ask someone that's seen her? You need to find Wapple, fam. This is the Princess Vivi of Alabasta. Hasn't anyone seen her? Where is the king? Has his condition worsened? Pal! Fam, it's been a while. All the while, a number of stowaways held their breath as they attempted to escape on various royal vessels. So how did they manage to? All the while, a number of stowaways held their breath as they attempted to escape on various royal vessels. There we go. Wapple. Hey, whose ship is this? So they get away on the ships. Whose ship is this? The Aegis Kingdoms? Damn, Morgan, fam! This is how they flipping get on board. We're on Aegis' ship, Morgan's. They're the mushy. Got Jeff. We'll fly our headquarters over and pretend to look for a scoop. We news, you know. Use that chance to hop aboard and don't get yourselves caught before then. I owe you one. You got that right. A king somehow became the subject of a manhunt. This is big news, obviously. Wapol, fam. I can't wait to hear all about it. So how do we persuade him to travel with him? You just hop aboard and don't get yourselves caught before then. You got that right. Oh, there, of course, fam! A king, the princess, on his ship. It's fucking big news. You're not gonna think twice of taking them on board. Yeah, of course, man, this is his character. You got that right, the king somehow became the... Okay. So what exactly did you see in there, Wapple? Wapple could confirm the news. He was there in cold blood. He seen the death. Like, oh, Dad, you leave me alone and go back to your own ship. He's too terrified, fam. Innit? How do you break the news to a princess your dad is dead? I can't see Percival is no joke. Now that they're after me, it won't matter how much everyone tries to help. Those agents won't rest till I'm back in their custody. That is fucking goddamn right, fam. Now let me bother your transponder, Snail. I need to talk to my father as soon as possible. He's a total worry, what? Anything but that get lost already. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? He does not tell her. And obviously he will take both of them on board because we know how he is. He won't hesitate twice in making a big news out of this. He does not care about anything else. Damn, motherfucker, come holding the pictures up. Look at him, I ain't lost. Sabo too, fam. I can't believe Sabo escaped, fam. My man literally seen the fucking, the evilness of the world in front of him. Yeah, Wapple too. I'm hungry. Tajini Kingdom Ship Hatch Section. Lulusia Kingdom Ship Build Section. If I can just make it to Lulusia. Yeah, go Lulusia, all right. That shit gets fucking laser beamed. If I can just make it to Lulusia, I know I can figure something out. Oh, so here where we're gonna see, right? They gonna know that Sabo is gonna go there. Well, that's what we thought, right? The farm! My man is bloodied up. Innit? Look at that. There he remembers. I'm counting on you, Sabo-kun. The father, now you definitely can't die, fam. You must live on. Fuck, look at his state, man. They really done my man over, fam. But you can't blame everyone for believing he is the one that done the murder. I mean, the picture, like, you see that picture, you'd automatically think he's the one responsible. But obviously, we know he won't do it. But to the average Joe, like the people, they would initially think it. Now that he's dead, he has to carry on the message. That they are all indeed these, fam. Vivi. It didn't take long for the two key stories to spread across the globe. Innit? The murder of King Cobra of Alabasta and the disappearance of his daughter, Princess Vivi, reached everywhere. Yeah, no surprise. The Holy Land of Mary Joyce. The man they call Sabo. He seems, there we go, from the elders, all sitting together. These guys are not just 5 old men, fam. He seems to have a checkered fate, talking about Sabo. How else can you account for him constantly being surrounded by those who bear the letter D? So let's think about it for a moment. When they say Sabi, though, was that truly just a joke of the moment? I mean, like, realistically, well, it could be, right? But I mean, like, I don't know, man. Him constantly being surrounded by those who bear the letter D. Ace, Dragon, Luffy. I was hoping we would be able to see to the egghead issue now, but it seems that dealing with this complication will have to take priority. Sabo, their phone rings. Clank? Yes, Emu! They're on the phone to Emu, fam. Emu's gonna tell him, right? Something relating to Sabo. My man ate his fire and he still managed to escape. How can you account for him constantly being surrounded by those who bear the letter D? Curiosity, innit? These old men are thinking. So obviously this is priority. So what happens after Lelouchia? Then I guess it does not take priority because it's done. Then we know Saturn goes to flipping Egghead. Innit? There, Pangea Castle, Flower Room. There he is, boys. The time has come to put Vegapunk's invention to the test. Use the mother flame. Vegapunk's invention. The beams were Vegapunk's invention. So it was guaranteed no Asian weapon. What I initially thought. Vegapunk can create a weapon that can shoot down like that. Then again, he is responsible for the fucking Seraphims, the strongest soldiers made. So the beams coming down, are they referring to that? This is why they need my man dead, fam. If he's not aligned with the government, the knowledge this man possesses, he can't walk around freely, fam. Use the mother flame. It is true we haven't had the chance to try it out before now. The first time they tried it is on Lelouchia, and by God it was a success. Says though there is no way to ascertain its effectiveness yet. Depending on how well this experiment goes, Egghead may reconsider its response. I think a forest area would be a more suitable testing ground than a sea-based target. Let that be Lelouchia. There we go, fam! So, fam, this flashback is so good. Everything's coming to light. When one-off pages before, when we get shocked, this fucking flashback explaining all the what transpires to it. Lelouchia Kingdom, fam. quite a lot of people live there. That is of no consequence. Look at the way Emu's talking. Who gives a shit? There's a lot of people there, it don't matter. Understood? Look how Emu talks to them, fam. The world moves at the will of the creator. What is the reason for Lucius' selection? Yo, this is fucking scary to see, in it, boys. Like someone commanding the five elders. Obviously, we know Emu's the leader. But just seeing it now. Look, he's trying to make an exception. Yo, fam, we really want to attack it. There's a lot of people that's there. That is of no consequence. Straight away understood. The world moves at the will of the creator. Other ones saying, what is the reason for Lelouchia's selection? Why Lelouchia? Valid point, right? Yo! It's close proximity, fam! Yo, telling me you don't get goosebumps seeing that? It's close proximity. It shall be as you say. They do it, fam. That was created by Vegapunk. That's fucking insane, fam. The atomic bomb, them lasers from the sky. Mother's flame. That's the Lelouchia we all know. Sabo was not there. I will make necessary preparations. I humbly request your patience in the mean. I humbly request your patience. Humbly. Emu literally got these men by the balls, fam. Fuck, you would have thought. And it goes to show, man, no matter how high you think you are, there's someone higher, man. They're five elder planets. Oh, their names. We only know Saturn. 5 elder planets. Defense science warrior. Saint J. Garcia Saturn. 5 elder planets. So they're named after planets. Saturn, obviously. Defense science warrior. Lelouchia citizens have shown sparks of rebellion recently. And that too, with Sabo potentially being there, we go back to killing two birds with one stone. Fuck, man, One Piece, yo. Lucia citizens have shown sparks of rebellion recently. 5 elder planets. Environmental warrior god. Saint Marcus Mars. Saint Marcus. Environmental warrior. Defense science warrior. Next one gonna be Pluto, Jupiter. We may be able to make an example out of them. Maybe you guys definitely do. They're 5 elder planets. Justice warrior. Saint Topman Valkyrie. Valkyrie. Him. If we could one day use this power freely, and how destructive would they become? As if they are not destructive as it is. 5 elder planets, finance warrior. You know, out of all these, for some reason, one you automatically feel like could fight is my man. Finance warrior, Saint Ethan Baron, V. Nusjuro. So these are obviously planets, right? of the armament of the planets in our solar system and that. These must be next ones. We could instantly snuff out any protracted conflict. 5 elder planets, agriculture, warrior god, saint, shepherd, Jupiter. There we go. So these guys, defense science warrior, environmental warrior, justice warrior, finance warrior, agricultural warrior, and so to go by the 5 elder planets. This should be interesting to read in official. So they all straight away agree with it. They go, yeah, Lelouch is it. Let's bomb that shit. Set an example. Since they rebelled, right? One more thing, of course. The VV! They still want VV, fam! There's something more to this! There's something more to this, fam! It's not just about the escape! It's not! There's more to this, man! There is something like maybe the resemblance of Lily before, maybe there's some sort of affection. There is something here, mark my words. It's not just about Vivi because she managed to bounce. There could be some sort of vibe here, ain't it? Maybe the resemblance of Lily is so much that I don't want to say it because One Piece don't go down that route, but maybe he wants to take part with her in a sense. In it, as you wish. Man, what the fuck are we looking at, fam? This man ate Sabu's fire. Like some devilish shit popped out. The tail turned out like a bow, man. As you wish. Meanwhile, hey, Akanu's place, the kingdom of Tajin and the Aegis kingdom are both rebelling. They Akanu. Between the disbanding of the 7 warlords. I remember that chapter, boys. How Fujitora, fam, he was literally letting the slaves go. And fucking Bulbasaur was flipping. Like, what are you doing? Fujitora, even though they still is helping us, man. Still helping the goodness of the people. Letting slaves go. Fucking sick, man. Okay, the Aegis Kingdom are both rebelling between the disbanding of the 7 warlords and the uprising in government, and the uprisings in government affiliating nations. The Navy has their hands full. Deploy the 7th Fleet! Doflamingo! Doflamingo! There! Movia! Movia! There! They are Seraphims! They are Seraphims too! All the warlords! No way! Deploy the Seraphims! Wait! Between the disbanding of the 7 warlords and the uprising in government affiliating nations, the Navy has their hands full. So there's so much that is going on. There's not enough navies. Because a lot of them have got their hands full. So who do they turn to? The strongest thing ever created. However, Doflamingo! Look at his face! He's already fucking planning something! There is no fucking way! Doflamingo! No! Look how bad he looks! Look how bad he looks! No way. Vegapunk, fam. Crocodile was spotted on Empty Bluffs Island. Crocodile too. On Empty Bluffs Island, their military power had already gone in a new direction. I can't get this out of my fucking head. Flamingo. The military power has already gone in a new direction. Oh man, can you imagine when these guys come across straw hats? Fam, there's too much information in this chapter, fam. There is too much. Sabo! The second we docked at Lelouchia, the people arrested King Seki and Princess Khomeini. They were just waiting to ambush the royals. Look, fam. Since I was a stood stowaway, they welcomed me with open arms. They're the present. The flashback ends. Right? Since I was a stowaway, they welcomed me with open arms. That's when I saw the papers and found out that they pinned King Cobra. Fuck, man. That's when he found out. He never knew before. He must think, what the fuck? I seen it with my own eyes. Cobra died. I was holding his body trying to escape. How the fuck did I kill him? Unsurprisingly, the people there considered me a hero and I wanted to tell them the truth. Even if you told them the truth, it would have been wiped. But when I saw how that life and the flames of rebellion within them, but when I saw how that life and the flames of rebellion within them, that's when he goes, I can't tell the truth because that, the lie is becoming slightly believable amongst the people. So if I tell him the truth, obviously it won't, no one would buy it. A dragon is curious. Betty and the others had already inspired a lot of them, but I ended up bringing many of those hopeful recruits back with me. I couldn't make direct contact without an encryption snail. Lelouchia Kingdom, Kamabaka Kingdom, the distance. I couldn't make direct contact without the snail, so I rerouted my call through the island while we were setting sail. Rerouted his call through the island while we were setting sail. I knew the government would intercept my... Of course! I knew the government would intercept the signal, but doing it like that was sure to fool them into thinking I was still under Lucia. Your two birds with one stone is more like one bird, one stone. There, but doing it like that was sure to fool them into thinking I was still under Lucia. However, I was just within range, having already set out to see with our new LSDs. Look, he's seen it. Like it was like a few seconds prior, it would have been wiped. I was within range, having already set out to see with our new enlistees. So the annihilation of Lelouchia really did happen during that call before. Yeah, everyone on board was hysterical. A lot of them had family on the island. They saw their country obliterated right in fucking neck, man. Horror, fam. That's why you're getting it, rebelling as well. During that cold, when we see the flames, remember the other chapter? So that really did happen then. Yeah. Boom at the same time. A lot of them had family on the island. They saw their country obliterated right in front of their eyes. Despicable. How in the world did they do it? Vegapunk, fam. That was so destructive. You initially think of what an ancient weapon, right? That was Vegapunk. An enormous shadow seemed to engulf the sky above, like an eclipse, fam. And the next moment, everything was gone. An enormous shadow catches his spark, his curiosity. What do you mean, an enormous shadow? There's no way it was caused by a living thing or some natural disaster. It was a weapon created by Vegapunk. I mean, no living thing. No one can do that with a fucking devil fruit. It wasn't no natural disaster. Something pitch black was flying above the fucking clouds, fam, like a UFO. And that shot beams upon beams. Oh, boys, look how bad Sabo looks, man. Something pitch black was flying above the clouds. Sabo, earlier, you said they used the name Imu. Ivankov's curious. Right? This may be a little out there, but when the world, oh yeah, this language again, fam. When the world we know today was created 800 years ago, boy century, one of the first 20 sovereigns, kings, was Saint Emu of House Nerona. When the world you know today was created 800 years ago, one of the first 20 sovereigns, the kings, was Saint Emu. So Emu was a king! One of the first 20 kings! That was not told before, right? So Saint Emu was, then how the fuck is he alive, fam? Is he immortal, fam? Someone written in the comments before about Law's devil fruit. 800 years, you're still alive. You're one of the first selected 20 kings. Say Imu of House Nerona. Immortal, man. It has to be, fam. It has to be. That's why Ivankov is like, huh? You said they said Imu. Now Ivankov remembers that the one of the first 20 was indeed Imu. Now look at this. Newspaper, a book. Since you know an ability granting eternal youth is said to exist, that must, there we go, fam, I just mentioned it. It's true. Lord's devil fruit, fam. That can create immortality. Hence why his devil fruit is wanted, fam. Blackbeard by everyone. Since you know an ability granting eternal youth is said to exist, that must mean someone has used it before, right? Man, what a fucking insane devil fruit. Which means there's a person out there that doesn't need to worry about death. How do you defeat someone like that? There's a person out there that doesn't need to worry about death. This is referring to law, right, dudes, man? I clearly remember seeing someone say that obviously law's devil fruit creates immortality. Hence why his devil fruit is so, like, people wanna take it. Then if that's the case, wouldn't he be able not to die? We'll find out down the line, I guess. So you think the one I saw is Emu? It could be a coincidence. Maybe they just share the same name. No, it's not no coincidence. It is the same person. It is the same person, fam. Obviously, we do not know for sure, but I'm assuming it is. But could anyone else but have found a command the 5 elder? It's true. It's true, innit? Not anyone can do that. You got the 5 old men by the balls. Could anyone else but have found that command the 5 elder planets? The highest of world nobles? There, then you see the 5 elders, then you see Emu. The celestial dragons fancy themselves as the descendants of the gods after all. One more thing, assuming the object you saw above the clouds was a weapon made by the government, Vegapunk, then the only one capable of creating... There we go! Ivankov! You fucking know! You know! You are smart! There would be Vegapunk. Hold it, Eva. Vegapunk would never intentionally design a dedicated killing machine. Didn't Vegapunk before, when Dragon told him earlier to join his group, he was like, you guys are poor, you guys got no facilities. So Vegapunk stayed with the government because you have to remember, Vegapunk loves all this creating, being the smartest man. So from that chapter, wouldn't you feel like Vegapunk would? Vegapunk probably created it where the government would only use it as a last resort, not on a nation that's basically rebelling in a sense. I might be completely wrong here, but I'm just saying, I feel like Vegapunk would, but he never thought it would be used in a manner it did. A killing machine, you know. A dedicated killing machine. That's what exactly it was. I know. So that it was an ancient weapon! No, the beginning of the chapter, they made it clear it's not. They're assuming it's an ancient weapon. Assuming Emu has been living since ancient times, there is a connection. Robin told us that the ancient weapons do in fact exist. But if this person had such a weapon, why wait till now to use it? Annie, surely there would have been an opportunity before where Emu would have used it, right? Dragon has a solid point. Why wait till now to use it? Before, earlier in the chapter, they mentioned something created, by Vegapunk, about Mother Flame. That is indeed the same weapon that was used on Lelouchia, right? Present day, the holy land of Mary Joyce, a celestial dragon has been sentenced to death. A celestial dragon! Ain't these guys fucking almost royalty? Our food supply is gone. We have no bread. Who the fuck is that? Who is that? His head looks like a moon. Fam, this man looks badass. He has a sword. His head looks like a fucking crescent moon. Glasses. We've never seen him before. However, this information will never be reported to the outside world. The judge was... Wait, man. Order the mother up. Present day, the Holy Land of Mary Joyce. A sexy dragon has been sentenced to death. Okay? People saying our food supply is gone. We have no bread. All we have is cake. Yo, fucking enough of Big Mom. However, this information will never be reported to the outside world. So obviously, they're not going to make the outside world know people are suffering inside. And like in fucking holiday, like in Egypt and shit, man. There's a lot of places where you're not allowed to record because there's so much poverty going there. They do not want the tourists to be turned off. Okay, the judge was the former king of the land. The judge was the former king of the land known as God Valley. King of God Valley. Who? I don't know about him. The judge is the one that gave the celestial dragon the death. The judge was the former king of the land known as God Valley. So he must have forgot. He currently serves as the supreme commander. Oh, the good knights! The good knights! The good knights! The silhouettes! The silhouettes! That was him! That was him! The judge was the former king of the land known as God Valley. He currently serves as the supreme commander of God's knights. This man, fam, he must be stronger than all three admirals put together. His name is Saint Figarland. His name is Saint Figarland Garling. His name is Saint Figarland Garling. He serves the supreme commander of the gods and knights. The man is sentenced to execution, none other than the one who chose to defend Shivahoshi. He tried saving Shivahoshi. Stop with the greatness, fam. Stop with the chapter. None other than the man who chose to defend Fisherman Island. Doflamingo's family member. Not only he killed a celestial dragon, but that too someone related to Doflamingo. Now that is killing two birds with one stone. Shivahoshi, the other chapter, with Luffy's Grand Fleet, where he wanted them to do the hitting. Of course, and they must have not liked it. The man he sentenced to execution and other than the one he chose to defend fish. Otahime, saying, yeah, Mr. God, anyone who protects scum is lower than the scum they protect. One Piece chapter finished. Damn. What a fucking chapter. It's too much, boys. One Piece gets better every fucking week. So much information, fam. Break for 5 weeks. There, the message I received before. Because Oda's gone through surgery or something, right? Anyone who protects scum is lower than the scum they protect. Look how fucking menacing this guy looks. His head looks like the moon. Sword. Figarland Garling. So we never seen the others. Remember the silhouettes? There was a few of them. Thank you for the One Piece to accommodate all the sensei upcoming eye surgery. One Piece will be taking a break. We are very sorry for the delay. Thank you for understanding. You're older, fam. The greatness you give us, you could take months upon months of a break, and whoever fucking complains needs a slap like no tomorrow. This man has been dropping bombs. Bombs, yo. Literally fucking mother flame and shit. Man, take all 5 weeks, man. Sorry about this. I'll be taking a full 4. Says 5. I know everyone's excited to see One Piece final saga goes next, but I felt I had to get this procedure out of the way. It's gonna grant me the ability to shoot beams from my eyes. And you see Frankie, and you see Luffy and Chopper. In all seriousness, I don't want to worry my readers, but I've recently found myself saying, lot of twins around these days, issues with his eyes. Before I realized it was because of my astigmatism, which has gotten pretty severe. Everything I see is blurry. It's been interfering with my work. I've been discussing it with the chief editor since last year, and he told me just to get it done. So hopefully I'll be returning soon with improved eyes and also the ability to shoot lasers. I hope you don't mind giving me a little time off. And he says, I hope you don't mind. Oh, that's the fuck. Don't. There's no color, right? Let's just hope. We have decided to adapt the full version of the 5 Elder title as the 5 Elder planets. It had previously been translated as the 5 Elder Stars due to the third character in their title, say, commonly meaning star. However, that character can also refer to other celestial bodies like planets. It can in fact be found in the name of most planets in Japanese. For example, Mars, with the introduction of their full names all being references to planets. We've opted for this relation to better suit the apparent intention of their title. Regarding the names of the elders themselves, many of the intended references remain a total mystery outside of their clear planetary name scheme, so we will not speculate on all of them. Regarding the names of the elders themselves, many of the intended references remain a total mystery outside of the clear planetary name scheme. Okay, however, after some deliberation, we decided to go with Saint Topman Valkyrie as the spelling for the Justice Warrior's name. In order to fit in all the potential references, the first half of the name can be romanized as Wal Val War, and opting for Wal allows us to acknowledge possible references to the Valkyrie. The planet Mercury can be spelled as, I wish I can understand, and the latter half of the word shares its spelling with the sacred Marie Curie, the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. Her name also sounds like Mercury, and her work in radiology is world famous. She has a notable pop culture presence in Japan. We may update the names if any more information comes to light. Give me some color, man. There isn't. Okay, boys. I want to try figuring this out, okay? Before I message a mod. Let me see if I can get this right, boys. Okay? Something relating to movie Red is something to do with this chapter, okay? So it was nothing to do with Shanks. I don't see movie Red showing any of this. Like any hints of something to do with this. Lelouchia. It has to be important, right? Because you, Moki, you clearly said, whatever you do, don't look at the comments until I speak to you. So it must be of big boy importance. I don't see him being in flipping red, fam, at all. 5 elders, could they be in red? It must be something to. Oh, I know! It's this, right? It's something explaining about this, about the planets. I'm certain. 1 minute, boys. Moki just finished the chapter. So what did you wanna tell me about movie Red? I'm sure it's something to do with the 5 elders. Moki, man, reply! Hold on, fam. You told me to message John in case he can't. Copy. There we go. Someone will reply, fam. No one's replying to this. I'm hanging off a thread. There, John's replying. John is typing. I have a feelings about this. Because this feel like something that just came out the blue. A movie Red would expand on it. John, man, you typing your flipping life story. Come on, fam. Leaving me anxious here. Trust me, it says he is typing. See, now I wish I watched the movie Red, right? Story of my life. I never ever thought that in order to understand the canon chapters, you will have to watch movie Red. I never ever thought that. Paranoid OBS might just stop, man. Bomberclaw, man, Jove. Okay, so you want to just tell you the connection in the movie that's related to the chapter, or did you want to wait and watch it? There was an idiot already in Black Clover reaction talking about it. That's why he says I'm just reading it, boys. I don't read the comments, especially when hints spoilers out. So if someone did mention about spoiler in Clover, then please don't. So we just wanted to let you know to avoid the comments because they would 110% talk about the movie in your newest One Piece upload. What am I meant to say, dudes, man? Okay, man. What I'm meant to say, I don't know. If you don't tell me, would I be confused going into the next chapter? Fair thing to say, right? No, tell me, man. Just tell me, family. It's okay. Just tell me, just tell me. I want to know. Man, I feel like a kid, you know, when it's like, you know, when it's like 10 seconds before your birthday and all you do is look at the clock and like you can't wait. That's how I feel. John, the cows are gonna come home. I can't be sure about that. Are you sure it's a big reveal in the movie? What am I meant to say, boys? Just tell me. I mean, it can't be a spoiler, right? I mean, the movie enjoyment might diminish little, but for the canon story, it's something I need to know, right? I'll bite the bullet. Let me know. If you want me to tell you, then I can't tell you without full. Yeah. Yeah, please do that. I go tell me without context. Now we're gonna take another half an hour, boys. Now, John Love, I'm just trolling, fam. Take it down. On John's Discord about me, it literally says I love hentai. Yo, fam, yo, man. Discord member 2000 since 2016. Holy shit. I'm be on Discord forever. So the go over say. I read that so far, so I know I'm right. So the go over say in the movie implied that Shanks is from the Figarland family. Oh! Oh! The dude at the end! The dude at the end! Oh! Shanks! Shanks! He's related to Shanks! He's related to Shanks! So the go over say in the movie implied that Shanks is from the Figarland family! The silhouettes! The silhouettes! One of them look like Shanks! So the go over say in the movie implied that Shanks is from the Figarland family. He's related to Shanks! He's related to Shanks! He's related to Shanks! Now that you think about it, he gives you Shanks vibes! He gives you Shanks vibes! That shit must be red! Oh my god. No. He could be Shanks' dad. The leader of the God Knights could literally be the strongest fucking... Obviously, ain't be strong as fucking Emu, right? Hold on, typing something. Oh, he stopped. That's a big boy spoiler, fam. I should have watched the movie. Not really, right? Is that a spoiler? Hold on, fam. So his name's Shanks Figarland. Figarland. This brings a whole new meaning to this page. A man who can even judge the celestial dragons. The judge was the former king of the land known as God Valley. I fucking bit my tongue. He commonly serves as the supreme commander of God's knights. Wow. I did not expect that. The silhouettes, now that we go back, did we see someone? People said Oda's silhouettes are the worst in manga, fam. Like, his silhouettes don't make sense. He is the former king of the land known as God Valley. The king of God Valley. Former known, obviously God Valley is not existent anymore. But he was the king of the place. The leader of fucking God's knights. He put Doflamingo's family member to death. A celestial dragon. Yo, that is absurd when you sit down and reflect upon it. A celestial dragon. The dudes that basically, okay, over than the five elders, rule the world. The utmost pride in them. That is a man that puts the celestial dragons to the fucking sword. Are we looking at Shanks's dad? He kind of gives you off a Whitebeard-ish vibe. Now the question is this. I don't know what to say. Would he be stronger than the Yonkos, or is that completely pushing it? Like Kaido? Because in storytelling, the stronger opponents tend to come a little after, right? Yeah, I won't be surprised if he is. The government is the real enemy in One Piece. He is the supreme commander of God's knights. There is no one above him. Okay, we know Imu is and the five elders, but then again, they could fucking... I don't know what to say, fam. In the movie, Brother Shanks is from the Figarland family. I would have never, man, yo, fam, someone could have paid me can't go through every page and guess what it's to do with film Red. It's impossible to know. If you have not watched movie Red, you cannot put Figarland fucking with Shanks, and there's no way possible. Anyone who protects scum is lower than the scum they protect. Shanks' dad. Shanks' dad is under the government. Look, we don't know if it's his dad, but let's just go with it. If he's with his dad, his own son was with Roger on the ship looking for the fucking One Piece. At least with Roger and Ace, they both wanted to be pirates. How the fuck did Shanks end up wanting to become a pirate? Like, you know, when your father is the complete opposite, fam. Complete. Not just a part of the government, but probably one of the highest in authority, the supreme commander. You just know this man's gonna be fighting Luffy down the line. And the rest of his commanders is Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, fam. You just see it coming. Sorry, boys, I need to see one more thing. Oh my lord. See, we already know about Hancock. The crocodile was spotted too on Empty Bluffs Island, Moria, Doflamingo, Mihawk, Hancock, Crocodile. These guys are gonna be such a fucking handful. Oh, one more thing. The 5 elder planets. Hold on, how the fuck did I not see that? That was right in your face. I'm not complaining. Hold on, 1 minute. I wanted to see one thing. The time has come to put Vegapunk invention to the test. Use the mother flame. That is the thing that fucking shut on Moa and Lelouchia. It is. It's Vegapunk. Now that Vegapunk's assisting Luffy, the government are gonna shit their pants. Literally. There's no, oh man, fam. I've never been this certain on someone dying. But then again, I was certain the fucking Scabbards ain't gonna make it out of Wano. But still, fam, Vegapunk has to die. He has to, fam. Anyone else rate Wapple here? Like I tell you, leave me alone and go back to your ship. I can't do CPC, was no joke. Now that after me won't even matter how much everyone tries to help. Those agents won't rest till I'm back in their custody. Now let me bother you, trying to say I need to talk to my father as soon as possible. Like I tell you, leave me alone and go back on your ship. He's like, what he witnessed, almost terrified. He could have easily mentioned your father, Cobra, but he can't bring himself to say it. Obviously, he knows even the walls have ears, fam, in situations like this. Trust me, fam. Things that you feel I can't hear will start hearing. He knows he can't tell her out of scared. Out of being scared, that too on top of sympathy, feeling sorry for you. You been through hell a lot already, Vivi. You cannot know your father is now dead. Wapple, man, I rate him. I swear down, this guy fucking makes white beer look small. He is sitting. But then again, Oda with his flipping, the way it looks, right? Sometimes it's small. And like Kaido sometimes looks like a midget. But fam, going by this picture, if he stands up, my man's gonna be a walking lamppost. That's so too, fam. The strongest swordsman we know is Mihawk, fam. You get me, boys. The strongest swordsman does not necessarily mean the stronger opponent. Remember that, dudes. Strongest swordsman mean if it's a sword only fight, Mihawk would win. But in a fight where hacky, everything is permissible, don't mean Mihawk would win. Strongest swordsman is Mihawk. Hands down. Does not necessarily mean he's stronger than a Shanks, a Kaido. If everything is permissible, dragon form can be used. Blast breath can be used. But if it's just swords, Mihawk would run through Shanks. Run through this dude, right? Oh, they don't give him that title for no reason. Strongest swordsman. How? But then again, I mean, like, obviously, man, we all hope Oda recovers well. But fam, what a way to end it. Innit? You ever think about it? What a way to end it. One Piece is like, fam, you know when you read a chapter, dudes, and you think to yourself, there's no way next week can top off that week. Like the buggy chapter with Shanks, remember? Next week just wins. One Piece is hitting home runs after home runs. Unbelievable, fam. It is. Wait till we see this guy in combat. Wait till we see what happens with Saturn, with Luffy. Trust me when I said Shanks, with Kid, Blackbeard, Law, we feel like they face strong opponents. Luffy just touching the iceberg, fam. Luffy's gonna get his ass kicked, man. I feel it, yo. All the other flipping people getting their ass kicked that defeated Yonko. Do you reckon Luffy's gonna have a safe path? He's having the Elder come after him, fam. Kizaru too. That too, you have to use Vegapunk. I mean, you can't fight freely because you're with Vegapunk. A little like yesterday, I mean, with All Might. Remember when the people he was trying to save? He can't fight freely. Trust me, man, that scenario is gonna come with Luffy. And Luffy's Gear 5. In the last few chapters when we see Luffy, was he not tired? Him and Zoro sitting down, tongues out. Remember that? So, fam, he's gonna need time to recover. And obviously, since we've been on the flashback for so long, once we go back there, it'll be interesting to see how Luffy is. But trust me, fam, we're touching the iceberg with what's gonna happen with Luffy, man. I don't see Luffy having an easy path, defeating Saturn, escaping. He ain't gonna escape Egghead, man. It's gonna be a death, fam. I feel it. Anyway, dudes, love, guys. And there's assembly tomorrow at 11 daughters, so I don't know if Hevo can be at the regular time. Hevo might be later on, dudes, if I can. But I'll see. If it is, you guys will see it. Hope everyone's blessed, dudes. One Piece continues to slap. Inshallah, dudes. I catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. Okay. Love, dudes.